Up next, we have another Miami coaching icon coming to the stage. He'll be entering his 25th season as a head coach at Miami, his 11th as the head coach of the Miami women's soccer team. His squad loses only two seniors, from a team that will look to improve on last year's 6-10-3 mark. And to talk about this year's incoming class of Miami's soccer RedHawks, please welcome head coach Bobby Cremig. Coach, over the last year, we have talked a lot about the youth on your team. Next year, you still will have only 4 seniors, dominated by a team of sophomores and juniors. You're only losing 2. You'll have 4 next year. This has still got to be one of the youngest teams in the Mid-American Conference for you.
Well, I think that it is. Certainly we'll have a little bit more experience next year than we had this past year. Yeah. So, you know, we're still bouncing back from that huge graduating class we had 2 years ago. Yeah. But real happy with the quality, the attitude, the work rate. I think we're going to be good.
The youth movement in your incoming class is going to be added to, obviously, by 5 with 5 new signees going into the fold. What was your strategy as you went out on the recruiting trail this year?
Well, the first priority was to replace our 2 graduating seniors, Jacqueline Levant, who was our captain and central defender, and Jennifer Rush, who was played as a holding midfielder for us. And that's where things started. We needed to get better offensively. We needed some help up front. Another legitimate goal scorer, and then beyond that, it was just shoring ourselves up all the way down the middle of the field. Mm-hmm.
As we talk about this year's incoming class, for the second straight year, you've been able to recruit internationally. You go back to Sweden with the addition of midfielder Alexandra Carlson from Malmo, Sweden, and she's already on campus.
She is. She enrolled in January for this semester. I just saw her. She's floating around here somewhere. Tremendous player. She's the holding midfielder that we talked about, and I think is an absolutely tremendously talented player. Great engine, very skillful, terrific soccer IQ. She's a fine soccer player. Mm-hmm.
You go to Canada for 2 new RedHawks, Scarborough, Ontario, that is, home to both Courtney Clark and Christy Clark. Both are forwards. They are related but aren't sisters, and tell us about them.
No, actually, they're not related at all.
Not related at all?
Nope. They don't even know each other.
That's interesting.
They live like 2 miles apart, and they're completely unaware of each other. But both fantastic soccer players, terrifically athletic. One of our goals in recruiting this year was we felt we needed to improve our team speed. Mm-hmm. And both of these kids bring tremendous speed, tremendous athleticism to the table. Okay. Courtney Clark, interesting story, has really not been playing soccer for all that long. Really? She or is not focused on soccer, I should say, for all that long. She's just an incredible athlete. She's one of these kids that if it ends in B-A-L-L, she can pick it up and play it. Mm. And that's what she's been doing. She was the most valuable player on our basketball team, on her track and cross-country team. Just can play anything. Yeah. Great athlete, great leaper, tremendous speed. Mm-hmm. Christy Clark has been a little bit more focused on soccer for a little bit longer. She's a front runner, so brings great speed, great quickness, great skill, and is going to be a very good leader for us in the future.
Well, they will get to know each other very well over the next 4 or 5 years, I'm sure.
They're probably rooming together.
Yeah. Coming to Miami from Arlington, Virginia, another forward, Casey Ellerman.
Casey Ellerman is a gym rat. I mean, she's just one of those kids that you can't kick off the field. And in that respect, she fits in very well with our team and our team culture. She just loves to train. She loves to compete. She's out there every day working really hard. Again, a forward, somebody hopefully that'll bring some goals to our team this year. So,
one of the things that you mentioned in your recruiting philosophy, you wanted to go out and get a new goalkeeper, and you did that from St. Charles, Illinois. Jamie Forbes. Tell us about Jamie.
Jamie's a big-time player. Jamie was recruited by Florida State, by UCLA, both teams that made the Final Four this past year, and we are thrilled that she's chosen Miami University. She is a phenomenal goalkeeper, technically very good, very athletic, poised, again, good leadership skills. Leadership is something that we really have worked hard to bring into the recruiting process. We're very excited about having Jamie. That's quite an accomplishment for us.
Sounds like an outstanding recruiting class, Bobby. The new recruits, as you look back to last season, you and I talked about this all season long. Your freshman class made an incredible impact on your season last year. How do you see these 5 players impacting next season's squad?
Well, I think they're all going to make us better in their own way. I really do. You never want to go into a season saying, gosh, we need these freshmen to just be big time right away. There's got to be some room for development and the opportunity for them to learn and to settle in and ease into the program, as much as they possibly can. But at the same time, there's no question we're going to be relying on them to step up and contribute right away.
Obviously, you're already working on the 2008 season, and one of the things you have done, aside from signing 5 great recruits, is you've already named a team captain, and I wanted to bring that up tonight. Allie
Berkey. Going to be a junior or a senior next year. Has been with us since day one. Came to us as a walk-on, earned a scholarship. Terrifically skillful, creative player. Just absolutely magic. Some of the things that she can do in the midfield for us, and has really emerged as a team leader and a role model for the other kids. So we're very pleased to be able to give her the captaincy, and I think she's going to do a terrific job.
As you look ahead to the upcoming schedule, Coach, including an exhibition on August 11th, you open up with 6 straight at home. That has to be incredible. Morehead State, August 22nd, Michigan, August 31st, Cincinnati, September 5th, DePaul, September 12th, and Louisville on September 14th. Nice to have those matches at home, but naming off those schools, that's a challenging way to start your schedule, Coach.
It's 1 out of the Big Ten and 3 out of the Big East, and we definitely got the tiger by the tail when it comes to our schedule next year, but it is nice to have them at home. We've never been afraid to play a competitive schedule. It makes us better. Maybe it's a little bit of that which does not kill us, makes us better. Yep. And hopefully we'll survive it and be good to go for the MAC.
Very good. Any questions for Coach Kramig from the crowd? We have one up front here. Hang on just a second. We'll get a microphone to you. Leslie's coming from the back there, so just 1 second. Well, we want everybody to be able to hear you. Plus, we're shooting this for the internet, so we want to be able to hear you on that. So go right ahead.
Coach, how did you tie into the international players from Canada and Sweden? Is that part of the conscious effort of the university to broaden its international student base?
Well, I don't know that it's part of the university effort. Certainly, we've worked very closely with Aaron Bixler, who takes care of international admissions over in the admissions office. We put started laying the groundwork for this about 3 years ago. We've been over to Sweden a couple of times. We've been up to Canada a number of times. We've tried to meet with the club coaches. Obviously, we've seen a lot of these kids play and tried to develop recruiting relationships as best we can, and I feel very good about it. I feel like it's really paid off for us. I mean, the example, Sarah Lund was from Sweden, and she's a MAC Freshman of the Year last year, and in my mind is without question the best player in the conference. She, you keep going back wherever. We don't care where they come from. Absolutely. I mean, we really don't. We're just interested in good players and good kids.
Very good. Any other questions for Coach Kramig? All right. Again, an exhibition on August 11th and the season opener against Morehead State August 22nd. Congratulations, Coach. Best of luck.
Thank you, Bake.
Coach Bobby Kramig.